Oh gosh. Oh golly. Oh crumbs, as my old head teacher once said. Absolutely crazy. Hello. I am Miles and I'm doing two things at once. I don't know what I'm doing. I've got a guitar here, and for regular viewers, or the one regular viewer, hello mate, this guitar has been dubbed by Mr. Mark Poulter as Trigger's broom, except that wouldn't be true if I changed the body. The only original thing about this guitar is the body. Also the input. But I digress. So I'm trying to just bother people on Facebook. This is the plan. I'm going to share it, and then they're probably not going to see it, or they're going to ignore. I don't know how this works anymore. I'm lost for words. I'm entering the age now where nothing makes sense to me. This whole world seems rather peculiar and also very scary. And here I am. It's crazy. I'll tell you what, though. We're going to do the usual stuff, but I'm going to talk a little bit more. It's going to be great. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll make it up as we go along, but we're going to have a good evening. Yes. Or something along those lines. And I see we have our first comment coming up on Facebook. The broom, yes, Mr. Mark Poulter. He's made a stop outside my bins to shout that up as well. Mark, famously, for regular viewers of the stream, has been pestering me, borderline harassment, over my guitar. This one, to be sure. I have to keep it in view, otherwise Mark will come in with a baseball bat and beat me to death and take it. And my cats will be very sad. But anyway, I'm going to annoy the hell out of everyone, as I've just said. He lives in the bins. He does indeed. I don't normally see this, but I'm just in the middle of trying something out. Oh, yeah. Okay, Okay, now I'm going to annoy over 1,000 people. This is amazing. Actually, that's a song by a band in the States known as XYZ. Although if they were made over here, they'd be XYZ. But that isn't very catchy now. The song's called Inside Out, and we're not going to play it this evening because I don't have the rights to. But I will tell you this. Big thanks to Adam at Southampton Guitar Repairs for making this thing the thing that I've always wanted it to be. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're going to go in and I'm going to do something completely different. In a different order. This is called Stride, and this features Ian Michael Bruh on vocals, Wayne Vire on drums, and Enrico Galetta on bass. And when we're done, we're going to talk a little bit about the song. Oh yeah. We're just getting warmed up. Cool. I hope I'm in the right window. Don't want to press space. rest in peace, Pac-Man. Yeah. So this track, I flew over to the States many months ago. Some might even say 2 years, 3 years even. Christ. Anyway, yeah. So that was Stride. It features Ian Michael Bruh, who I met in a place, I don't know if it's still going. I think I saw something saying it closed because of COVID. But a place called Cafe 290, and he's playing with his band, Bumpin' the Mango. Full brass section, not brass section, brass section. Let's clear that up. Yeah, and I remember saying to somebody at the time, I said, wow, he seems to have the charisma of David Lee Roth, but the sort of vocal punctuality of Sammy Hagar, but without the cheesiness or the interviews. Did you know that during this time, we're going to see about 10 interviews with Sammy Hagar? Now, I like Sammy, but Christ, man! Anyway, the idea is that then we had to find a drummer. So someone I knew in Atlanta said that they knew this killer drummer, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know anything about this. I'm just cutting my teeth through this, and it was Wayne Vire, and he did 10 songs in a whole studio session. He didn't even listen to the songs beforehand. He just sat there before each take, and most times it was one take. He did it, and he just had his earphones in, and he just listened to the song. And then did it, just completely nailed it, and that was just incredible. And he did it perfectly. There were a couple of times where obviously not everyone can do it like that, but he did it, and that was incredible. Then I needed a bass player, and one guy suddenly started sending out like group text to people that were in Atlanta saying that like basically there was some special chemical in the water that was going to burn your eyelashes off or something mental like that, and then he came to a session which when Ian was doing the vocals in the studio, he was sat there because he just done all the bass stuff. This is the old bass player, I'm not going to mention names, but this is just it's crazy, right? And what happened was, he was sat there and we were just in awe of Ian's performances throughout the whole thing. But then what happened was this guy, towards the end of it, was like, I didn't realise that this is going to have vocals in it. And I was like, we've said many times that we're getting a vocalist on these tunes, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, I had no idea. But I play less busy, blah, blah, blah. He's really worried. And I was like, look, it's fine. Look, what you did was great, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and then he phoned me and then started completely just, what was it? He just completely flew off the handle. It was crazy. Phone call. I mean, luckily it was through WhatsApp because then it wouldn't cost me, loads of money. But anyway, yeah. And so he ended up being booted because I don't want to deal with that. And then I was thinking, oh God, who do I get? And then it turns out I found an absolutely excellent bass player by the name of Enrico Galetta, who wasn't in Atlanta at the time. He's in Bologna, Italy. And he just nailed every single song again, And so it was that the best bunch of people for it did it. And very grateful for that. And we're just going to go into another one, the same group of people who played on the last one, Stride. And this one's Make Up Your Mind. This so far is my most popular track as of now, but yeah, and I'm undecided as to how I should go about this. But we're going to do it, and whilst thinking of that, I'm going to make up my mind. Well, the song is Make Up Your Mind, but I'm just going to get this out the wee, because I've got this other stuff to talk about in it. Okay, this is Make Up Your Mind. Ooh.
We've been together for a while now, but your heart has grown cold. What was once a raging fire has become so old. said, Tommy, it's clear your future's without me. I just gotta get away far from here. Maybe we could work this out. I don't see a way to leave. Actions speak louder than words. You're saying nothing to me. Warm nights with pure isolation without. Make up your mind. I don't wanna lose mine. Make up your mind. I don't wanna lose mine. Gotta make up your mind. Make up your mind. I don't wanna lose mine. Lose my mind. Make up your mind. I don't wanna lose mine. I don't wanna lose my
And that was Make Up Your Mind. I want to do this thing now where I switch guitars. Excuse me. I'm going to go and move over to the one, the only, the Tokai Love Rock Jr. No, not Love Rock Jr. The regular Love Rock. This thing is a Japanese-made piece of beauty. Oh, God, it feels good. It's like playing a cloud. And we're going to see how it sounds. Anyway, the interesting thing about the last track, Make Up Your Mind, is the first time I ever... I mean, it doesn't matter who doesn't, who doesn't really care. But the fact is that it was a wake-up call for me. I mean, I'm not successful in terms of, like, by most people's standards, and if anyone's. But the fact is that when it comes down to making music, the best time I ever had doing it is, well, any time, is when I collaborate with others. When I do it on my own, I can't, there is no way. I mean, there's very few people can do it, and historically there are a few people that could do it, but most people, they have their skill, whatever. But the fact is that every now and again I will hear somebody, either locally or see it somewhere, or somebody say, like, I'm not going to collaborate with anyone, I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to get any, well, they are going to do something, but I'm not going to get a producer, and I'm not going to go to a studio, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do it all at home. And pre-COVID, that was odd, and even now it's a little bit odd because you can send it to people. We have the internet, right? But the fact is that, you know, I had demos of that song, Make Up Your Mind, before obviously going off and doing it. But the fact is that, you know, at the time I was like, oh, these demos sound great, blah, blah, blah. And somebody said to me, well, just release it then if you think it's so good. I'm like, well, little voice in my head going, that's probably a bad idea. And usually I like to listen to that idea, but some people don't, and that's fair enough. They're free to do whatever they like. However, in my opinion, which I know is a very dangerous thing to say on the internet, and I've said this many times, but the fact of the matter is that when people say they're not going to collaborate, they don't know what they're missing. Because if you can pick the right people to do it, and I like to think I have, because I think it sounds good. And I think fundamentally that is the most important thing. If you think it sounds good, then that's good enough for anyone. Which kind of contradicts what I'm saying. Amazing, isn't it? But fundamentally, I know somebody who once turned around to me and said, oh, I don't like doing it. You know, I want to get so-and-so on it, but I don't want them to do anything. I want them to keep it as it is. Then in that case, that person, release it. Now, the thing is that this next track, right, came out last week. And, you know, it's one of those things where the little voice in my head, well, one of the voices, you know, not really voices, but you know what I mean, like just that subconscious thought that is like, right, you know, I've done this, I put it together, and I think it sounds amazing. I think it sounds good. I think it's really giving me good vibes. I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff on here that is just like, you know, rudely named Logic projects, and they don't really, you know, they're not really, you know, anywhere near finished to a point where I could say to like someone like Nick Bowen or you know, Trammell Starks or someone saying, right, this is good to go. Can we get started on this project? Can we get the people in? Blah blah blah, all this sort of thing. But the most interesting thing about this track is how well that these musicians came together and sounded their best. And I think that is just, you know, an honour that they were able to do that, and they did it for this track. And when we're done, we're going to talk more about it. But the most interesting thing about this is that, you know, using technology to, I mean, I know I sound about 100 years old, right, saying this, but the technology to be able to like do things, so I could send a signal from my guitar into my Focusrite, and then from a bit of software on my computer, turn that into MIDI, and then that could be like a sax demo. You know, that's just phenomenal. So I was doing that, and then the fact that, you know, Nick Wilshire, who plays sax on this track, just did it, and then more, is just, you know, just that man's talent is just phenomenal. And likewise, you know, I had a bunch of MIDI stuff for I don't know. I know we're going to talk about this later, but I've got to say this. And Adam Wolf, legend, you know, did the drums for this. It was the case that he had heard the demo drums and thought, well, they sound good, but I'm going to do something similar but different. And that's a kind of a weird thing to say, but I mean, he didn't actually say that, but that's the gist of what he was saying. And fundamentally, what he did, you'll hear, is just incredible, brilliant, and I couldn't have even thought of anything better. And that's what I'm saying. The point is, collaboration is key. Got to get the right people on board, because they will make your dreams come true, like Hall & Oates once sang. Unfortunately, we're going to play this song without me talking too much about it right about now. Okie dokie. And this is Funk Right Off, Major C, and not the key. seriously, if that doesn't get you going, I don't know what does. Jesus Christ. These, Cam Lynn, who plays bass on this, he did a phenomenal job, and also I knew he was the right person for it because I sent him the demo of it before any of it was done, just a bit on Logic, blah blah blah. And the interesting thing was that he all he had to do was just say, the only thing he had to do to let me know was that he sent me a photo of himself, a little selfie with a 6-string headless bass. And then he, with a big grin, and I was like, that's it. Because see, part of that, the whole, that is part, over the years, I heard, what was it, James Taylor do a sort of suspended chord like that, and I really like that sound and the resolve of it and everything. And then I heard Chaka Khan do it in a couple of tunes from the album Naughty, and then actually in the following album, the song Heed the Warning. And I just love that suspended sound, and so I was trying to figure a way to incorporate that kind of thing because I liked it. And that's what you have to do in music. You just everything's being done already. You just got to discover what you like and try and blend it in a certain way, and that is what we've done here. And so Cam, Nick, and Adam the Wolf, Legends, did a fantastic job, and that is actually currently my most successful song. In terms of the fact that basically, it's been shared a few times on TikTok, a few times on Instagram, a couple of articles written about it. So pretty good. I'm pretty pleased by the response of it. A lot of people do seem to like it, so I'm really nice about it. One bloke on some website, I think, what did he do? Somebody said as funk as it should be. Now, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the sentiment. Anyway, the fact of the matter is we're going to move on now, and we're going to do... Oh, trying to think about it. I'm thinking we're going to do back to business. So get back in the usual pecking order of how this evening goes. you're wondering what the hell that synth sound is, I've got a pedal. Not just any pedal. It's a unit. It is a synth unit. It is a Boss SY300. Had to read it off the floor then. Anyway, and that song was Back to Business, which is a track from my second album, Isolate This. And that features Lawrence Henderson doing that lovely outro guitar solo. Fantastic job. Good friend of mine. And yeah, what can I say about that track? Well, that track, was the first one I sort of drummed up. I just did it started on the bass, then moved to the drums and the guitar. Just very, standard stuff, really. Yeah. Apart from Lawrence's solo, which was epic. Did it one take too. Amazing what people do in one take. Anyway, we move on to the next track, and this one's another one from Isolate This. This one is called Someday. For some reason, the auto captions will think it's Sunday, but it's actually Someday. Anyway, this features 2 people, a whole bunch of other stuff, but 2 people. I want to give a special shout out to Sonia D on vocals, and Richard Dew on bass. Now, Richard, I know through going to all the jams in Southampton. Him and I just lock it in every time we play together, and it's so much fun. And I was thrilled when he was offering to do some stuff for the album. So I said, okay, go ahead, and sent him a bunch of songs. And then this is one of them. And Sonia D. See, I had a bunch of other vocalists I was trying to get in touch with to do this track, and some said yes, and then never to be heard or seen from again. I think it's exceptional professionalism. But anyway. So we need to know. And then Sonia, I remember I heard some of her stuff, and I liked her voice, and I figured, better ask and see what happens. Lo and behold, it did happen. Lo and behold, it got played on BBC Radio Solent. So that was nice. So anyway, and this was the last track from the album, called Someday, as I've previously just said. Jesus, it's happening in my old age.
Order!
Love that lick. And Mark Poulter, you missed it, but there was a couple of songs ago that was I did a little shout out to you. He missed that. Like he misses a lot of things. But it's okay. He struggles with his addictions. Anyway, full disclaimer, Mark Poulter doesn't have any known addictions, but if he does, we wish him all the best. Anyway, I'm going to switch guitars again because we're going to do a song called Nasal Coffee. Speaking of addictions, but that's nowhere affiliated with Mark Poulter. Digging the hole. Anyway, I'm going to switch guitars now. Going to do some slide. Take that. Oh boy, I hope this works. I'll find any excuse to use the synth pedal because I haven't figured out a way to incorporate it into any of my compositions so far, apart from this evening. But that's because I get to. Because it's my music! Yeah! See, and Mark Poulter's bringing out an album, but it's very offensive and might get him sacked. Anyway, oh God, I can just feel the lawsuits happening. Oh Christ, I have good luck, Mark. You'll get nothing. Anyway, his Nasal Coffee, and it features David Martin on keys, Liam Wakefield on vocals, Cam Lynn again on bass, Reg Ken on the blues harp, aka harmonica for the mayonnaise folks, and then we have Tim T, the drumming dentist. Anyway, it is going to sound a little bit like this.
My baby's in love, and I will of coffee cleaning on me. Days of coffee cleaning on me. Days of coffee, mama leave me be. Days of coffee, mama leave me be.
If I could get away with it, I'd play Slide all evening. However, I've only written one song with it in. So, sorry. This is for the money. Yeah. And I see... I've just received a notice from Mark's lawyer. I'm advised by mine to say Mark Poulter is the greatest guitar teacher and muso enthusiast in all of the Solent area. He is, in fact, a genius. Despite his shortcomings, he has achieved so much for so many people, and he is in no way a bad person or indeed an addict. The only thing he is a self-admitted addict for is he has gas. He has guitar acquisition syndrome, and that is it. And please visit Mark Poulter Guitar Lessons on Facebook. He doesn't use Twitter because he's old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I've just received another message, and he is in fact young. Anyway. I'm just chatting, sit. Anyway, I'm going to switch guitars again because I'm going to do more tunes and it's going to make me more money. More pennies! Call Halifax, I'm getting a mansion. Ma, I've made it. Excuse you. This here is a finely tuned guitar. It is called an Ibanez AZ, or if you're in the States, AZ. It is colourful and it sounds amazing. Oh wow. And that's just through the synth pedal. In for a treat. We are in for a treat, and this song is called Funk Off You County. It's a work in progress. That's correct. I think this is correct. Oh god, it's gonna blow up. one's for free because I haven't released it, so I don't get paid. Congratulations. Okay, so gonna move on now, and the final tune this evening is gonna be my personal favourite. Well, second personal favourite now. Thanks, Cam, Nick, and other Nick and Adam. Ruined my song. They didn't. They made it amazing. But this one, I don't even have a script, right? This is all just coming off the top of my head. I absolutely hate Sundays, right? I just could not wait for this day to be over. And I'm just like, this is the only thing I've got looking forward to. Get to play for you lovely Poulter. That's just the one person. I mean, I don't know. I can only see Facebook, but I can't see Twitter. I can't see YouTube. I can't even see Twitch. So I hope whoever's watching, God bless. Because this is fully loaded and this tune is interesting. There you go. Career in sales. Made. Right. Well, that's the last cheer of the evening. That was Fully Loaded. And don't forget to smash that. No, I can't do that. I can't say that because I'm not about that. But anyway, I do hope, in all seriousness, you've had fun this evening watching. If you're watching this on some sort of catch-up thing, don't know what to tell you. But thanks for watching. And, I'll try again next week, but I don't know. My schedule's pretty packed, man. So, anyway, God, don't really know how to end a conversation. Always have to keep it going, though. But, I just... dear. Well, anyway, have a good evening, or morning, or afternoon, wherever the hell you are in this crazy, crazy world, and all the best for now.